I'm Matt from Indie Basketball, and this is Bothering the Band. Swish.
How are you awake?
I'm still on Central Time. That's why. It's in my brain. It's Chicago, but uh,
Okay.
it's still 8 a.m. here. I'm a morning person. It works.
Be honest, you're just hopped up on cocaine.
I am just happy Starbucks. That's what's got me going.
Well, tell the people why I asked you.
Yeah, I'm at the Best Friends Forever Festival this weekend, which is pretty sweet. Um, Getting to I've been able to talk to do a few interviews while I'm here. And then, yeah, there's amazing bands. This is like my dream festival.
Who you seeing?
Well, yesterday was the first day, and I saw Dismemberment Plan. I love when a festival lines up where there's no overlap, so you can literally see everyone, but it's also exhausting. Uh, Dismemberment Plan was awesome. Caught a little bit of Cap and Jazz. Maybe I'm in the minority. It's not my favorite. I respect it, but it's not my favorite. American Football was amazing. Um, Foxing was very good. There's just so many awesome bands. Vermilion Lakes was like the first band to perform, which is way too early in my opinion. And they were amazing. It was great, and there's a lot more
Oh,
to come. Built the Spills today. I'm excited for that.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm
ooh.
super jealous.
Every now and again, my bagel guy will wear a Built to Spill shirt.
Yeah.
And it's like him and I are the only people in this tiny Florida suburb that knows what the
Right.
fuck that is.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Okay.
We're doing
Yeah.
great.
Just some casual weather in your area. That's all.
It's actually, if I turned it around, it is an absolutely gorgeous day. I'm going to the beach when we're done
That
here.
happens.
But it was supposed to shit all over me. And at the last second, it went slightly north. So we got a lot of wind, but we didn't get as bad as everyone. I mean, the West Coast did. They're fucked. It's all over there. But for me, I got lucky.
Yeah.
Hurricanes and concerts. But Matt, we're gonna turn. You have no choice in this matter. We're turning your episode into a very special basketball episode.
All right.
I'm excited. We're excited to just talk hoops with someone who knows. So we got a lot of hoops questions, and we're going to time this with the kickoff of the season as well.
Great. And I hope I don't embarrass myself because while I do have a podcast about basketball, I don't know that like I know a lot about basketball, but I don't know everything about basketball. So I hope I don't make myself look stupid.
No, these are very superficial, silly questions. It's not
Okay,
like
great.
who has the most points in 1976 when
Great.
they only played 80 games. No, no, no. That's how I feel also about baseball. I love baseball, and I know a lot about baseball until I meet someone who like really fucking knows a lot about. And you're like, oh yeah,
Oh, I can do that about baseball.
yeah, you're one of those. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
baseball. I love baseball, but it's only like based off of the next person who like really fucking knows it, you know?
Totally.
And all right, here's the opening question. This was sent in by listener Chris Corso. I've been sitting on this question for since you'll realize when it was. Okay, who would win in a wheelchair basketball? The best men's wheelchair team or the USA men's Olympic basketball team in wheelchairs?
I mean, there's no question that the Olympic Paralympic team would win. The wheelchair team, not NBA players in wheelchairs because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
No, they wouldn't be able to maneuver at all.
That was my answer too.
Yeah.
I also feel like if I said otherwise, I feel like man, I would catch a shitstorm from anyone and everyone.
Yeah, you'd be. I don't know. There's some sort of racism
I
against
just,
wheelchairs.
the only thing I can think of is like I guess occasionally an NBA player has like, reached for like a loose ball and like shot it from the floor, but that's about it. I don't think they're taking much shots from a chair.
No, it's only Dwayne Wade. Like he's the
Yeah.
only guy who's done it a ton. All right. Do you think the Chicago Bulls will finally trade Zach LaVine?
Oh God. Now you're gonna set me off. Um,
That's what
I
we
hope
want.
so
I hope so too, man. It's been just the talk of the town for years.
because you know what? Like, it's so Chicago Bulls of me to be like, there's some young guys on this team that I'm pretty excited to watch. You know, I kind of I'm into the Montes Buzelis train a little bit. I'm excited to watch him. Kobe White is great,
Yeah.
but man, Zach Levine, I don't know that I've ever been the biggest fan of his. Like he's obviously like a freak athletically, but um, I just like don't enjoy watching him as a part of this team.
I think that's a very great way to put it. We hate him because he definitely he won against Aaron Gordon in the dunk contest years ago, but definitely should not have won against Aaron Gordon, who literally sat in the air like in a fucking chair and put it under both his legs.
To be fair, he was not under Bulls or aura at that time.
I know, but I still hate him. I carry it with me. What's your prediction for the Magic this year? And now you have to tread lightly.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like the Magic. I think there's ro- there's room to grow. I don't know how much room there is to grow. Um, I think Paulo's awesome. I think not to be understated. I think Franz is awesome. I don't know what they've really done to improve beyond that.
Yeah, they're banking on these guys like
Yeah,
the internal growth, and they got KCP. We definitely need a shooter. That's where we're really.
yeah. But I mean, maybe Paulo takes that leap to be an all-star this year. He
He
could.
was an all-star last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's continuously making improvement. And you know, when they drafted him too, I never thought he was as good as like a ball handler and like a kind of isolation guy as he really is. I thought for some reason he was more of a big, and he is definitely not. He is like a solid, like very athletic. I wouldn't call him a slasher, but you know, he's a wing for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
He can kind of play it all.
Here's a fun fact for you, and we haven't gotten to the bottom of this, and maybe you in your press credentials can help us. After every like other broadcast of a Magic game, when it ends, they show like the logo and they're doing the wrap up, and they like usually it's like a city shot or something like that, but they're playing Gaslight Anthem all the time. And it's like I'm like, who is in the booth picking these songs?
A fan for sure.
That's insane to me. I just need to. There's no question. Just need to bring it up.
I mean, it's definitely someone who has their own agenda, and they're like just sneak it in. I know Blake Murphy is on the Toronto Sports Network team for the Raptors broadcast stuff, and I know he has currently started a podcast with Matt Bonner, and there's
Yeah.
a little pup basketball jersey that hangs in the background there, so they sneak things in.
Yeah. Wow. It's like, is he Canadian? Bonner's not Canadian, right?
I don't know if he's. I think he might be, but he definitely had a stint with the Raptors, a short stint with the
Yeah.
Raptors. I think he's very into the Toronto area and organization.
I wonder if they get like with like the broadcast, they get like approved songs, and just someone was like, "Hey, this is like the one band on this approved list that I like."
Maybe because there's also like the advertising side in me because that's my day job, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how do you get the rights to all this stuff?
Yeah. All right.
NBA money.
NBA money.
Uh huh.
Okay, this is a fun one. This is a polarizing question. Who's ranked higher all time? Steph Curry or Kobe?
Oh no.
This is really think about this because it's tough.
Oh no. I feel like the real hoopers are going to come after me.
Yeah. We got a
Uh,
lot of real hoopers, not music nerds who listen to this podcast.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go Curry just because I'm not obviously there's no they're both incredible. They're both like I would say easily top 15 both of them. I think that Curry is just such a unique player that changed the game of basketball. And while there's obviously something to be said about Mamba mentality and all that, but his game was loosely modeled after MJ.
Yeah.
So Curry, there truly was no one who can do what he did. I don't think there still is. I don't know if there ever will be, but like the guy is the greatest 3-point shooter who ever lived, and he truly changed how people play the game because 3-pointers like became even more of a thing. So
Yeah.
I would have to go Curry.
It's a very tough question, right? Like it's
I mean, I feel like right now people are like as far as point guards all time, is it Magic or is it Curry? And I feel like those are the top two.
yeah, agreed. And those they both have 5, right? They both have 5. Or what does Curry
Yeah,
have? 3 or 4?
Cur-
4.
Curry has 4, I think. I think it's 4. See now you're getting into the stats
I
territory.
know,
I'm like
I
I don't
know.
I
But
don't
I
know.
don't know either off the top of my head. And I'm
4.
sure
Okay, we got 4.
call in
15,
if you know.
17, 18, 22.
And how Kobe has 5?
Yes, that one
And
I'm pretty confident on.
yeah, and Magic has 5. Wow.
Yes, because Jordan's the only one with 6. Well, not the only one because Bill Russell has like a million.
Yeah. And LeBron James's bubble championship doesn't count. So
Okay. Oh, got it. I would like to go ahead and say the Dodgers World Series doesn't count either.
there you go.
Ooh.
I'll back that 100%.
I was
Oh.
saying that Kobe has an Oscar also.
He does.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And JaVale McGee has a Grammy.
See, I didn't know that.
He
For
was a
what?
producer for like a Justin Bieber song.
Amazing. I wonder what he
Yeah.
added to that song.
I
Hey,
don't
put this
know.
beat in.
Yeah. He was just hanging out in the studio.
Yeah. Okay, so would you rather play basketball with wait, what did I write? Play basketball with a musician or play music with a basketball player?
Well, I will be playing basketball with a musician on Sunday. So
As will Ryan in about a month. I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's probably the same musician
maybe.
since
I
he
don't
just
think
made the
so.
round.
No,
No?
it's Josh Berwanger from the Anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
He's at the festival. We're gonna play before the festival starts on Sunday.
Oh
Um,
man, that's cool.
but you know, I'm one of those people who like. You remember when Rock Band was popular?
Hmm.
And every time I was in like a Best Buy or something, and I saw like a 4-year-old just like nonsensically like banging on the drum set for Rock Band, it just really irritated me. And you know what? I feel like it might be kind of similar if I played music with an NBA player.
Yeah, it's them just.
They don't like. You ever see DJ Khaled play a guitar?
I probably
No,
don't
but
want
I'm going to
to.
Google that as soon as we're done here.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just like it's like the strumming like this.
Yeah, and the 4 fingers, like.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. But you know, Austin Rivers had a really bad take that he doesn't know why people play pickup basketball because like it makes no sense. But I think anyone can play basketball. That's why it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think musicians can play basketball, and that's what I would go with.
The dude from the Anniversary, we talked with McLovin about that band. Is that the band we talked to him? I think so.
They're from, I believe they're from. Are they from Omaha or like Nebraska? I think they're from.
Yeah.
But yeah, classic power pop emo shit.
Yeah, that's definitely them. They brought them up. Abby was talking about Nick Ewing. You had him on the pod. We share guests a lot,
Yeah.
not even on purpose. It's just this is how it goes. And he's a big hoop fan too. And
Hmm.
I was like, hey, when you come down here on tour, if you want to play, and he was like, yeah, I'll play with you. Like I was like, okay.
We've definitely talked about it, just never lined up timing wise. I've been out to LA when he's there, all that.
Yeah. Okay. What is something you wish you liked?
Oh, we're getting abstract now.
So, well, it doesn't have to be abstract, but if it's like something that's very popular in the zeitgeist that you're like, man, I just hate that, and I wish I liked it though.
This is a controversial, maybe. I'll stick to music because that's kind of like where my head goes. Uh, there's a lot of bands that I respect that I just can't get on board with. I don't really get like I okay, that's not I don't get it. I just don't listen to Radiohead. Um,
I agree.
I respect it. It is I will say it is good music. I just don't enjoy typically listening to it outside of like the popular songs.
Ryan has been saying this for years, and he always gets sideways looks from people
Yeah,
when he says that. And I mean, I'm not, a diehard Radiohead fan by any means, but it's I feel like it's very good. Look, you guys have a
I feel
you have
like
a friend,
sometimes if I
Ryan.
say my favorite Radiohead album is The Bends, I get looks because like people don't. It's like probably their most commercially popular one, other than OK Computer. I do like some of it.
There are a few tunes I can tolerate. And I don't not like them. This is the thing. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't like them. It's just in the music world, they're one of those bands that like everyone has in their coat pocket. Every like indie guy is like, I love Radiohead. And they whisper
That's
when they
everyone's
talk
gateway.
about they whisper when they talk about it, and they're like, oh, like it's like a cool thing. And I like Jigsaw falling into place and like, yeah, some of their old 90s radio hits, but that's about it.
Right. Yeah, I mess with like a Karma Police.
Mhm. Yeah.
What about The Smile? Have you listened to The Smile at all?
I've tried. And what's crazy is Johnny Greenwood is probably one of my favorite film composers.
Oh wow, nice.
But the Radiohead, I get a lot of crap when I say that. But I just can't listen to a full album. I can just listen to songs.
Yeah, man. Well, that's our pod for today, guys. You heard it here.
My podcast has officially been canceled because I just said that.
Yeah.
Tom York is in your inbox
Uh-huh.
right now, yelling at you.
Tom York has a basketball spinning on his hand. He's like,
Yeah.
it's
He's
going
like,
down.
I was about to come on the podcast, but now.
No.
Done.
That's fine with his weird eye. Uh, have you ever played pickleball?
Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
Yeah, am I wrong? Isn't pickleball like kind of an old people sport right now?
I think you're living in the past, my man.
Oh, okay. Got it. Nope. I'm trying to learn tennis. I feel like tennis is cool. It's hard, but I want to take some lessons and actually do that. But no pickleball for me.
It's only a matter of time, my man.
I'm not I'm not a bandwagon guy. I'm not jumping on the hot thing right now. But I guess it's got staying power currently.
Every conversation about pickleball right now is happening right now. It's the fastest growing sport in America.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, we all know. I love the
It's
people who are late to shit. Go ahead.
I love playing ping pong, and that's just big ping pong. But
Mhm.
I much rather play ping pong. It's much more fun.
Fair enough.
But I've never done it, so maybe I'm wrong.
Give it a go. Go play
Do you guys
pickleball
do pickleball?
Ryan does.
every now and again. But again, it's not like it hasn't taken over. We know people who won't name names. It rhymes with Mo Tummer. Anyways,
I don't
we
know
have
what that rhyme is, so that's for you
great.
guys.
He will. It takes over. Like there's a lot. Even people I know, like I've played a little bit, and there's people like every day getting texts, like, "Who wants to play?" I'm like, I got to live life, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what's next? Waffle House, Denny's, or IHOP?
Like the Waffle House?
Yeah.
I've actually never been to the Waffle House. They don't really have that in Chicago.
Yeah, you got to drive out to like
You can go
I don't know,
south a little bit.
Peoria or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because some people forget Illinois is the South. Like outside of Chicago, mostly the South in quotes. Uh, I I'll go IHOP. Um, I don't know that I'm like dying to do it, but of the selections, I'll go IHOP because I definitely back in the day used to mess with the endless pancakes on occasion. Um, that's good late night food.
Indeed. So after this, are you going to get breakfast? What are you going to do after this?
I like I said before, I did bad Starbucks
Yeah.
breakfast.
Oh, you got like the food there?
Yeah. Oh,
Huh.
you said that with such a reaction.
I didn't know people did that. I thought it was just for show. It's like, ooh, like it's
No,
like your
I do
grandma who
that.
has
I
those
do that
fake
actually kind of a lot.
cupcakes.
Just because there is a Starbucks in the building of my office, so um, I'll do that sometimes. But
Oh, it's only cake pops, though, right?
yes, I only eat K-pops. I actually they do little eggs in the shape of a cake pop. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But no, I will eat my food, the food truck food later on for sure.
Fair. Okay. If you're at IHOP and the waitress or the server asks sausage links or sausage patties, which one are you going with?
Sausage patties, because there is a large variable in what a sausage link is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I grew up on brown and serve. I'm not gonna lie, I like brown and serve.
I have those in my freezer right now.
Yeah, you put them in a pan and put a little water in there.
A little bit of water, yeah. You just steam that shit for a few minutes. It's good to go.
Because I don't want like a German like sausage that like I got to break the skin to bite into. Prefer sausage over bacon. That's maybe controversial, but sausage patties, love it.
I agree. I had this conversation a week ago and I asked the server if it was patties or links. And she looked at me and went, "Is there a difference?" And I said, "Absolutely. You work in a breakfast restaurant."
Is there a difference between a hot dog and a hamburger?
Yeah, that's a
Exactly.
good
And you're so
analogy.
right because I don't want that big giant sausage. Like, no, patties all day.
It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the links. If the links are like those little, like if you get like a chicken apple sausage or something,
Sure,
then
but I don't want like a bratwurst type
no,
sausage for breakfast.
you're
Mm-mm.
right. I I
That's
don't
like
know.
some English breakfast crap.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
This is giving me all the fun giggles right now. Thank you for taking that dumb question and
Just
running with
talking
it.
about sausage size this early in the morning.
Just the fact you had opinions, I love it. You had built-in opinions on this, so I love it.
I take breakfast very seriously. Actually, it's my easily my favorite meal of the day.
So do we. So do we. We love pancakes. We love ordering for other people. Yeah. Okay. Back to basketball. What is your jersey number?
22.
Ooh, any reason?
I'm a very basic bitch. It's because it's my birthday.
Okay.
Uh, but also, it's just, I feel like I'm trying to think of who has had 22 over the years. I don't want to like the first person that came to mind was like Rudy Gay. I'm like, that's not exciting. Um, but yeah, out of 22 has just always kind of been my number.
Okay.
When I was in Little League, I played baseball. I did go for 24 because Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, yeah. Fair. I can't believe you even got it because that was a hot
I
commodity
know.
back then.
And 35 for Bonds too was also a big one.
Yeah. I always switched when I played basketball, like in camps and shit. It was like whoever one, I never got to go first. So I'm like not getting 23, 33, all that shit. So I would get, and they only have so many numbers when you're a kid. You're not getting like 91, like Rodman or something.
Hmm.
So I would go like, I would try to get one for Penny. That was the one.
Yeah, you and I could both get one for our respective point guards with short careers.
Yeah. Oh man. Is they going to trade that dude?
Who?
Are you talking about Lonzo Ball?
Absolutely not. I'm talking about
Oh,
Derrick Rose.
yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I also ignore Derrick Rose too because I think Dwight Howard should have won the MVP that year.
Get out of here.
100%.
I'm hanging up.
That is very controversial. I think I tweeted this years ago, and it was the like thousands of like comments, and I averaged like 2 likes. Like it was like, oh my god, I said something wrong.
No, Derrick Rose is a soft spot for even non-Bulls fans. He's my guy.
What could have been? What could have
I know.
been? It's like
Same with
John
Penny.
Morant and guns is Derrick Rose and his injuries.
Damn.
Okay,
You're coming hard for me right now.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna switch it up. Do you know what 411 is?
Yeah, like I never myself used it, but that's
But
like
you
kind
know
of
what it
like
is.
calling the yellow pages.
Yes. And do you know what 143 means?
No,
Okay. This is I'm just
what
gauging.
is?
I'm gauging in it here. I'll
Oh, we're of an age where we had pagers back in the day, and you could do like little number combinations that meant things. So 143 is I love you. Because one letter,
Okay.
4 letter, 3 letters. You could do like 4-5 is good night. 5-6 is sweet dreams.
No, it was me. It was spelling boobs on a calculator.
Yeah.
That too. That you'd get several of
Uh-huh.
those, and then
Yeah.
it'd be like boobs 911.
Not a code, but I also grew up in the era of T9 texting.
Ooh, yes, yes.
Oh wow.
This
Yeah.
is you got.
I hated it.
It's just giving me anxiety thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I also do swipe texting now, and that people don't like that.
Oh, that gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I like that you picked it up like tennis. You're like, I'm into tennis and swipe texting now.
Yeah. I saying I'm into tennis, like I want to someday do it, because I'm into tennis.
I'll play tennis with you, man. I like tennis. I'm okay
Yeah.
at tennis. Okay. Do you say on accident or by accident?
Probably on accident, I think. Unless I'm trying to be, I feel like by accident feels more proper. I don't know. I probably on accident, I would say. I'm saying more frequently. Yeah, it's like trying to think of a scenario where I would say that. I just don't know. I don't do anything by accident. Oh, I just said it. Okay, I said by accident.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
We're getting to the heart. Getting to your heart and soul. Okay. In school, were you a walker, a bus rider, or a car rider?
Ooh, I was actually a little bit of all three throughout the years. Um, when I was in elementary school, I would get driven to to school because I was in like my mom started work early, so I was in a thing called Kids Club, and it was like a like before school kind of like it was pretty much like a school babysitter. Like, so I would hang out for like an hour before school started. I would get driven there. Junior high, I would walk until my friend's mom's like started driving him to work, and I'm like, "You pick me up too." Uh, and then I would walk to high school until I could drive, and then I would park in the parking lot. Despite being walking distance, I would still drive to the parking lot.
Oh, that's amazing. Where did you grow up in Chicago?
In the burbs,
In the burbs? Which burbs?
the northwest suburbs of Chicago. So if anyone is in the Chicago area, I was in the Schaumburg area.
Okay, I've heard this.
Yes. Woodfield Mall is a big thing.
Okay.
There's an IKEA out there, and I worked at that IKEA for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to assemble the things?
I've assembled my fair share of things, but I mostly worked in the warehouse doing like sending things out for home delivery.
How many Allen wrenches do you have?
Oh, too many. I have a Ziploc that's just got like 20. And then when I finally
They're all
bought
the
a house
same.
this year, totally. And I finally bought a house this year, I'm like, I'm going to buy one of those things that has like every size Allen wrench.
I have so many tools that I didn't buy. I have a ton of tools, and I'm just like, I don't know where most of this came from.
Totally. Most of my tools were like that until this year. I'm like, I need this, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy it.
that's a fun.
Uh, but I think I have like five different hammers for some reason. I don't know why. Uh, they're all different. They're like different weights, but they're just, I don't know. One's like very flimsy. I don't even know why I have
It's a rubber hammer.
it. That's different. That's a mallet.
Oh, I just meant like the whole thing was rubber and it's like flimsy.
Oh, like when you do the pencil thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mhm.
There
Oh,
we go.
take me
Let's try.
back to
Let's try
elementary
it.
school
Does
again.
it work?
A little bit. You had a hammer just hanging by?
Yeah, dude.
And it's not the first time he's busted it out during
I
the
also have a
podcast.
hatchet just
Oh
hanging
boy,
by.
wow.
It says poet on
You mentioned the little pencil thing. Now it makes me want to do like the pen beats on the table.
Yes.
it. Oh, this reminded me. Did you have growing up pencil fighting?
Explain.
Where you would just like you would whack it. Like someone would hold their pencil and you would try to like break it with yours.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was with pencils. I think it was with like straws, where you like tighten the ends of the straw and it makes like a bubble.
Oh yeah, and you flick it and stuff. Yeah.
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 Would
No.
also do bloody knuckles, where you fling quarters at each other.
Oh yeah.
Dumb things we do as kids.
Midwestern kids are gnarly, dude. Uh,
Yeah.
we also had this thing where we drink Malort and just punch each other in the face.
We drink Malort as young children. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, right when you get off a plane at O'Hare, they hand you Malort. It's great
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
the first time. Okay, how do you feel about the show The Bear?
I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like some people in Chicago turn on it. Um, do I think the last season was that great? I think definitely the worst one. Um, but I think it's like well shot. Uh, I do think it is a good representation of being a foodie in Chicago. Um, I like almost all the restaurants they showcase, because they're all real restaurants and all real chefs. Not all real chefs, but a lot of real chefs. Um, and I love Chicago's food scene, so that's why I love it. And it's nice. It's some good acting, some nice direction. Uh, but yeah, I'm good. I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah, they need one more like amazing season and kind of, and that way we'll remember it like we want to remember because we like it too, and I think we all agree on that last season. It's like Carmen, you need to chill out. Your face is gonna
Yeah.
explode. Like
Personally, I think the direction I would have almost preferred it take was him sticking with the Italian beef shop and like elevating it, as opposed to
yeah,
going into the super fine dining. Which maybe he'll have that epiphany in like the final season, and he'll like, I'm going back to my roots or whatever.
yeah,
I think so.
that's a good idea,
They
dude.
keep showcasing it, especially towards the end of that season. They're like dialing it out over there
Yeah,
on that
and they got
side
the
of
walk up
things.
window, and like
Yeah.
that's clearly doing success. But as that's my level of restaurant that I love, is like familiar food that is just done really well.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Yes, it's like that middle ground of like it's familiar food just kind of elevated. I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more. Wow, we got a lot in common, Matthew. I like it.
Hmm.
Fuck Radiohead. I'm just kidding. I don't hate him that much.
I've
Okay,
always said that.
what's the last book you read?
Um, Completed, because I'm currently in the middle of Sell Out by Dan Ozzie.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
Um,
that's on my list.
it's very enjoyable, but I am a very slow reader. Mostly it's on my commute, which is a long
Yeah.
commute to work. But um, the last book I finished, Reincarnation Blues, maybe. Um, I enjoyed that one a lot. It's a lot of fun. It reminds me a lot of like The Good Place,
Ah,
um, kind of a funny take on like the afterlife.
Cool. I'll check it
Forget,
out.
I forget the author's name, but that's a fun one that I could easily see being adapted into like a movie.
Do you ever get into comic books?
Not like I've read, maybe I can count them on one hand, the
Yeah.
comics I've read, and I did a lot of stuff like reading when the Marvel movies were coming out, wanting to kind of catch up. So like Civil War, I read in its entirety for sure
Yeah.
before all of that, and I read Earth X and some occasional Marvel stuff. I don't get much into like the more like kind of legit graphic novels or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. Um, Never really got into my purview, but I do like enjoy the occasional Marvel, just because I like knowing the real stories.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. That's a good answer. Do you at any point in your life did you collect basketball cards or baseball cards or any cards?
So a cool thing that I am very appreciative of my father, when me and my brothers were all born, he bought the entire Top series for that year,
Wow.
um, which is really cool because I was born in 1990, so I think I have like a Frank Thomas. I have like a one of us has a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card, which is pretty sick. Um, but it's funny is like he handed them over. I have my house now. He's like, "You take them now." And I open the box, and they are all like so bent.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They're just
Oh,
so
bro.
arched. But I'm kind of getting back into trading cards a little bit because they are very hot right now.
They're very hot.
And as opposed to pickleball, I'm jumping on this a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought some boxes like a couple weeks ago.
I I I did it yesterday. There's a card shop right next to the bagel place where it's to throw it all back, the guy with the built to spill shirt.
Mhm.
Um, there's a new and I went in there and I bought some packs, just like randos. And it was the funnest part was opening them, obviously.
It's such an endorphin hit.
Yeah, and I got a Franz Wagner rookie card.
There you
So
go.
um,
Put that in the sleeve.
it's already in a
Take care of
sleeve.
it.
Yep. It's already in a little sleeve. Hopefully Franz blows up. And yeah.
Trading cards is like, man, it is such, just the sound of the wrapper, just opening it is so satisfying. Um,
Oh, we hit on something. Look at his face.
you're making me want to just like go find a card shop right
Oh yeah, you should go to Pawn Stars. That's it.
now. When in Rome,
Absolutely.
I've been toying with an idea on the podcast lately, and I did it on our live stream. But I have a bunch of like old like Skybox '90s basketball cards, and I
Yeah.
want to do like a tarot card. Pull a tarot card.
I love this.
What 1990 Orlando Woolridge says about you is your fate.
You got D Brown.
Uh huh.
And then anyone who's dead is like that means that's your death
Well,
card.
you don't want to pull a Stockton. Like it's just
Oh,
bad news.
Ooh.
you pull a Reggie Lewis, you're like, you're gonna die soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a comedian named Dan Soder, and he's not doing the tarot angle, but at the end of each of his episodes of his podcast, he'll just like open a pack of their NBA hoops from like '89. It's great.
He's got the all-time greatest Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation.
Yeah, he does indeed. Okay, what's next? Oh, what kind of music are you into right now?
Right now,
Any bands
uh,
popping out?
it's been a very good year for music. Um, right now, I don't really know. Like, I've been kind of going back to older stuff right now, but like this year in general, Freako put out one of my favorite albums of the
Yeah,
year. They're from Chicago. Um, I love the Waxahachie album from this year. Jay
Yes.
Lenderman still pretty solid right now.
yeah.
Um, been hearing him playing on the PA at the festival. Everyone loves MJ right now. What else? Um, there's actually an album that I don't think got as much attention this year so far that I keep listening to a lot. There's a band called Good Morning. I think they're from Australia. It's very like that kind of 2010s like Dr. Dog type of sound.
Yeah.
I love it. It's very good. It's probably gonna make my top. Might make my top 5. Vampire Weekend also put out a great one
Yeah.
this year.
Oh man, I can't wait to listen to Good Morning.
I mean, just give a
No, I was agreeing. I'm trying to find the Good
Okay.
Morning band, but yes, no, I agree.
All solid points.
Vampire Weekend has come up quite a bit lately, actually.
Mhm. I got that's another one on the list for me to get because I know they are into basketball.
Yeah, it's a good one. What pods do you listen to?
Oh, I really fell off, despite making one. I don't listen to them that much. All Fantasy Everything, I
Yeah,
love with Ian
I
Carmel.
like that.
Um, I used to be really into Doug Loves Movies with Doug
Yeah.
Benson. Uh, and then I just really got tired of how little he cared about the production value of his podcast.
Yeah.
Because when the pandemic hit, very ripe opportunity to be like, oh, we don't have to do live shows. We could just do it online like we all do. And the production quality can be fine and you can have more guests. And he just didn't care. Everything is done like on, like iPhone headphones, and it's very low quality. Like he has the money to invest in like a solid producer or whatever. And it's just, it could be so good all the time. And I just got tired of listening to it.
It was also redundant. I listened to it for years, and
Yes,
I was
very
like,
true. It's
I
been on
just
for
need,
17 years.
yeah, I just needed like a break. But I mean, through that show, we met like a friend of ours, Ken Reed was on that show. Ellery Smith is a
Hmm.
friend of ours, was on that show. A lot of cool people on that show.
I also like when he does more of the actual like movie knowledge. Like that's why I like when Sam Levine's on and
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and like Jeff Tate, like because they know a lot, and like Leonard Maltin, like obviously knows a
Yeah.
ton. But when you get a lot of like you get 3 guests who like I don't really watch movies, and
Yeah.
it's like so they do games where it's like the first person to recite the title back to me. I don't need to listen to this.
Yeah, I also think it's like excruciating when it's something like so obvious or something so big where it's like, who was in Knocked Up? And they're like, I don't know. And you're like, how the
Yeah,
fuck do you not
I
know
know.
the poster? You know?
Yelling at my phone. I know so much about movies I have never seen. Like it's I just like I like reading up on all that stuff. So
Like, yeah, we're all very similar. I like when people like talk about shows and they're like, you know this show? And I was like, well, I just read constant pop culture like shit.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the internet knows what to give me, and I'm like, I've never watched Yellowstone, know a lot about Yellowstone.
Hmm.
You know?
Hmm. I know that it was created by Taylor Sheridan,
Yeah.
and I know that Kevin Costner's in it, and I like all the older Taylor Sheridan stuff, but I don't think I would like Yellowstone.
Nope.
But then
I
there's
do.
1883 and
I don't think I would
also
like that either.
19 something something.
Just
Yeah.
I'll stick with Hell or High Water
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Sicario.
Ooh.
Okay. How do you get your guests on your pod? This is just me asking. Are you like DMing them, or
Yeah, I got to shoot your
you have
shot.
a whole team, right? You have like a publicist and an agent and all this shit, right?
Get out of here. No, it's early on. It was all for sure all DMs, um, and a lot of because I was making memes. Like just
Mm-hmm.
musicians would follow me and stuff from that. So I would DM, and then probably in the past year, because I started doing half court sessions too, I'm emailing publicists
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Just it helps a lot. Um, it also sometimes doesn't. Sometimes publicists say no, but the person would do it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
If we can get, we have like a track record of like 100% if we can get to the person, you
yeah,
know,
For the big names. Yeah.
for
yeah,
sure. If I could get in touch with Zach Lynn from Jimmy World, I know he would come on. It's hard to get in touch with.
yeah.
Don't
We have
we
a
have a
few.
Jimmy contact?
We do have a Jimmy contact. It might be the same
Mm.
person.
We were told
Okay.
Not right now. They didn't say no,
Yeah,
right? They
yeah.
said not right now.
Yeah, I mean that was way back in the beginning too. I don't
But
even think
yeah.
we ever circled back on it. But yeah, we got big names. But if we can get, like Fred Armisen, we got to him and he was like, "Yeah, it sounds great," shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, same with Ian Carmel, who's from All Fantasy Everything. I've been talking with him, and he is an indie and basketball fan, so he may be in the future if you can lock it down.
Yeah, dude, he's great, man. I've liked that pod. That was another pod though. I liked, and it was just for no reason whatsoever. I just moved on to other things.
Yeah, yeah. It's a long one. It's a road trip pod for sure.
It is a great road trip pod. All right. What else do we have here? I wrote it down right when we were talking. Guys, what basketball player do you hate? Any ones you're just like F you? And I bet we have one of the same because everyone hates him.
Maybe. There was definitely like when I was at the height of like that Derrick Rose era Bulls. Um, there were two worlds, and like you had your Joakim Noah, who like everyone hated, but he was in the Bulls.
Yeah.
So I loved him. But like bizarro Joakim Noah was Andrew Zimbarajau, who I hated. And so I didn't like him. I don't know. I'm sure there's tons of players I hate. I just like can't. Who's the one you thought I was going to say?
Kevin Garnett.
No, I don't mind him.
Whoa, really?
He's ridiculous, but sometimes like just says dumb shit too.
Yeah.
But no, I don't hate him. I respect his game. He's amazing. He was amazing.
What about Rasheed Wallace?
No, I love personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace, Gilbert Arenas, like let's just make it fun.
Absolutely. I'll agree with you on that. I have two like levels of hate. It's like Kevin Garnett, just because anything is possible, like cringe, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
I hated that. And then any magic killer throughout the existence of the Magic.
Sure.
So like Zydrunas Ilgauskas, I'm like, fuck that guy, because he just would have the best, craziest games against the Magic. Rip Hamilton, I love his game. I loved his game. Loved him, but he would just destroy the Magic. And you're like, how are you putting up these numbers only against us?
Easy. I saw it. Grayson Allen.
Oh,
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that
Ted
guy.
Cruz looking ass.
You know who mine is? Kyrie Irving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I know it's a hot take.
I get it. But I'm creeping back in as he's on the Mavs.
Yeah, me too.
And he is saying less. And I like him with Luka.
So if I may, you want him to shut up and dribble, right?
Oh, well, I didn't say that.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't say that.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding. Oh man, I'm trying to think of other people I hate. Man, I mean, LeBron was top tier for me for a long time. It's just
me too.
For a long time, yes, and then I came around, and I'm like, I love LeBron.
I've definitely come around. I definitely appreciate him.
Great person, absolutely.
Yeah.
Philanthropic. Number 2 all time for sure.
Yeah.
People will disagree, but no one's tops Jordan. I'm from Chicago. If I said otherwise, I would be euthanized.
You'd be like Steve Bowman or Berman. Who was the guy that messed up the catch? You'd be run out of town.
Steve Bartman, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's right, Bartman. That's right.
My computer's gonna die soon. Let me grab my charger real quick.
Ooh, gotta love those hotel curtains.
I know.
Oh,
I would love
beautiful stuff.
I would love if he came back in a robe. He's like, now I'm ready. We're starting now.
Especially like in Vegas where everything is so gaudy.
Oh, so bad.
It's just, yeah, it's wild.
Okay, so.
Okay.
What musician or basketball player would you, live or dead, would you want to bother in the vein of bothering the band? follow-up question. What kind of stupid question would you ask this person?
The aforementioned Gilbert Arenas would be fun. I'm sure he's got some stories. What question would I ask him?
What question are you asking Gilbert Arenas? Did you really bring those guns into the locker room?
Yeah, on a similar note, part of me wants to be like to John Morant, be like, why though?
What the fuck?
That's it.
Doing? You have a winning lottery ticket. Shut up.
Like twice too. Like stay off Instagram. Like it's not that hard. Just don't go live with guns. That's it. It's it. Why though? That's my question.
That's a good question. Then you follow up with like, John Moran, what's something you wish you liked? And he's like, guns. We're like, no, we get you like it.
Yeah, it's I'm rooting for him. I think.
Yeah, I think he's good for the NBA too. Like I want him to.
I think there's potential for a good rivalry for the next 10 years of him and like Anthony Edwards, and I think that could be very exciting to watch.
Yeah, I hope the NBA hasn't moved past him. Like there's certain players that they had their moment, and then like just he has to really come with it.
We'll be back this year with Ja.
Yeah, maybe he'll get a reset and come to Orlando.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not.
Wait, did anybody sign Markelle Fultz yet?
No,
Ooh,
I don't believe so.
Ouch.
It's a shame too because I have a good indie basketball mashup for Markelle Fultz, but I don't want to do it when he's not on a team.
Yeah. So sad.
I know it's such a bummer. You really wanted him to have that second.
I did, but I have been saying it for years. He didn't come back as what he was supposed to be. And I'm surprised we kept him as long as we did.
I know. There was little flashes, and he played his role. He did great for what we needed him.
To compare to baseball and my Chicago Cubs, I was hoping from him like a little bit of like a Jake Arrieta where like he was terrible with Baltimore, and then he came to the Cubs, and he was just like unworldly, like amazing.
Yeah.
You kind of want that random blossom, although it is suspicious, I will admit. But yeah, you were for it.
I want good things. I want good things for.
Yeah. I mean, if you see him shoot, though, you're like, oh god, it's painful. His shot.
I'm still, pulling for Ben Simmons too.
Yeah. I mean,
I
everyone
don't want
loves
him to be bad.
A rebound, to use the basketball terminology. Okay, so when will the Magic win an NBA championship? Let me preface this. Will the current Magic or the Bulls win their next NBA championship first?
You're saying who's closer to a championship right now?
Yeah.
Probably the Magic. Until Jerry Reinsdorf is no longer with us, I don't think the Bulls can do it. The Bulls sell out. They're number one in attendance every single year. So why would he spend money to get great players? He doesn't need to. He makes his money either way. And, you can sign. This is great for him right now. He's got all these young contracts. If he can get rid of Zach LaVine's contract, oh man, he is great. Vooch is his time is winding down with the Bulls.
Yeah.
I think he's not going to spend money on good players. Even in the decision like that year when everyone was a free agent, we got Carlos Boozer. Like, come on, that's not what's attracting LeBron.
Yeah,
they didn't even get along in Cleveland.
That's right. I forgot he was on Cleveland.
Part of me knew. Part of me didn't like. Part of me thought that LeBron might come to the Bulls.
Yeah,
I don't know why. So delusional.
He still might, dude.
You never know. I'm pulling for Bronny instead. I want Bronny on the team.
Yeah, go for it. I wish someone would have drafted him and held him hostage, dude.
Oh, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, like Just go
Yeah.
for it. Like, I don't know. We got this guy
We're
now.
taking Bronny.
Mhm.
Good luck. All right. So official quote, and I have you on record saying the Magic are better than the Bulls.
Yeah, you're correct.
All right.
That's absolutely true. I am a Bulls fan who does not have any faith in that team. So just hoping for the best.
I feel you. I feel
I
like
mean, we're
you have your
Magic fans. So.
yeah, but you have your friends who are like, no matter what, this is their year, and you're like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
No,
Like
it's not.
Alfred Payton
I
ain't
want a
gonna
team
win
that's
a
fun to
championship.
watch.
Yeah. I want a team with hope. That's all I want. I don't even care where the hope, like what that means. I just want
No, see, on my end, that's the problem
that's
because the Bulls are always in the hunt for that play-in, and I don't want that. I want them to be awful. I want them to just be truly awful. I want them to get Cooper Flag, and then we go from there.
I couldn't agree with you more. That they need to start doing that. I'm surprised it's taken them this long to be like, we're
No,
gonna
they don't
tank.
tank. They don't tank ever.
No, never have. That's wild.
Yeah.
So what's the future hold for indie basketball for you? Anything you want to promote, throw it out there for us.
I'm gonna keep doing podcast episodes. I want to do more and more half court sessions. Um, I have dreams and aspirations to put on a tournament with musicians. Um, I feel like it would be great, like as part of a music festival, like Riot Fest in my city. Riot Fest,
Pitchfork.
maybe that
Pitchforks,
we should
yeah.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, correct. Lollapalooza, no thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be great, and I have plenty of people who would play in it. That would be a lot of fun. I think also putting on like a tiny music festival would be fun. Uh, but in the meantime, trying to do more and more of those half court sessions, which are expensive to make, but I like doing it. And if you want to help me make more, I have a Patreon that we do, so there's also that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep talking basketball with musicians, and hopefully get an NBA player one of these days.
Oh yeah, we tried to get Jalen Suggs.
Uh, did you get no response, or did he pass?
We got a bounce back from whatever emails
Okay.
on his
Jalen
Instagram.
Suggs at Gmail or some shit.
No, it was like his old like high school like email or something like that.
Fantastic.
Oh, you're really digging.
I was gonna say something. So two things. One, look up the festival Bumble Fest in West Palm. It's just
Okay.
fucking cool little indie music festival every year, put on by this guy named Steve Rollman. And I don't know, you could probably learn if you want to just dive more into that world on a smaller scale. Very cool stuff. And then also, if you ever put on whatever type of basketball game you put on, I want to work, like I'll be a janitor.
Me too.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'll take tickets. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'll volunteer for the first 3 years. You start making dough, then we'll talk. But I would happily come to Chicago for.
I can easily think of, if I did a 2-on-2 tournament, I could easily think of 8 teams to do it.
Oh, you would do a whole tournament. I was like thinking like a charity game. I don't know why. I was thinking Rock and Jock.
No, 2-on-2 tourney.
Oh, I'm into this.
2-on-2
I'm
I could do
coming.
that too.
I'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fucking awesome idea. I think that would be very cool if you could get the people on board. Like the people on
That's the
board, and then
dream.
you just need some sort of outlet to get back you, like a Riot Fest and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Matt, this has been a fucking great episode. We're huge fans of your pod. And the more we learn about you, especially myself, I'm like, man, this guy's the best.
Kindred spirits.
Indeed. And thank you for having us on your pod for right around our 200th episode. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we're so happy to have you on ours.
Absolutely. It's been great being here. Live from Las Vegas.